So this is a water damage job received earlier this week, and I want to go over the proper cleaning and demolition on the type of water loss we have. This was a sewer backup. There was a clog in the sewer line due to grease, and it caused the toilet to back up, and then it flooded the bathroom, and it entered into the hallway, and then entered into a bedroom, and then it also affected the adjacent room over here. So majority of the demo has been done. It's been disinfected, and we're here just to do more quality control and make sure everything is at the right standard. So on a category 3 loss, which is a sewer, that's contaminated water, and we need to remove affected materials that would be absorbent of bacteria. And that here we have drywall, and then we have the tile, and then underneath the tile we have a backer board or underlayment. So typically if you have a sewer loss on top of tile, the baseboards usually are, I never see a baseboard sealed tight to a wall. So the hydraulic pressure of the water will push down underneath the baseboards and then get underneath the underlayment. So that's why we end up removing it, because we can't dry that and properly disinfect it. And then you'll see over here we got these flood cuts. So the standard cut's 24 inches. It just makes it easier for installation for the new contractor coming in to put drywall. So we'll go ahead and measure the edges and then snap a line. And you'll see that there's still some cleanup to do. So we have a cut saw, and that will cut through a majority of it and vacuum up the dust as we're working, so we're not spreading additional materials around. And then we'll come back through with our utility knife and slice all this off, these little tabs, so it looks nice and clean. Once we get all that cut off, we got to consider these door casings. I don't know if you can look over here. So the door casings need to be pulled because I have to get back here and remove drywall. So it's just easier to detach these casings, and a lot of times they're MDF and they just snap in the process of removal. So we just go ahead and remove casings off the wall as well. Then once we have all the demo cleaned up, we actually have already sprayed this whole place with antimicrobial so that it kills any fungus or any bacteria. And then it sits, and our dehumidifiers will continue to dry out the rest of it. Once that's done, we'll come back with a brush, and that's what we're gonna do is our detail clean. But we'll see we have material here still, and we wanna make sure that's all cleaned up. So I'll typically have a vacuum. I won't turn the vacuum on, but I'll grab one real quick. So we use HEPA vacuums. I like the backpack style. It makes it easier. But just to kind of show you the process, we are going to have these exposed framing, and we will just vacuum and then pull back into all the cracks. And I'll come over here and I'll pull back. And then we'll go ahead and just brush the entire piece down. And typically I'll be suited up all the way, but I did disinfect this place multiple times, so I'm not overly worried about it for the training video purposes. So then we want our studs to look nice and clean like that. Up here is not too important, but if we got a bunch of debris, it's not a bad idea to just kind of knock it off. And if this was an exterior wall, you'll have insulation in here, and that insulation does stick to it. It looks nasty, so when the homeowner comes, they look at their house, it looks gross. So it's always nice, and it's good presentation, I would say, to have that all scraped off and vacuumed in the process. The importance of this brush too is we'll notice that we still have nails. We've got these nails still here, and those have to be removed because they get in the way of the drywall guy. And that's part of of the full demo to have it prepped for the contractors to come in and do the drywall. So that's the basics for a category 3 water loss. Those materials that are absorbent have to be removed, and once it's removed and cleaned up and disinfected, the job can be put back.